Hi all, welcome back to reactjs tutorial. So if you are following my videos, so we completed all the basic topics from reactjs. So around what we will call it around 13 topics were there, which we will consider as very basic. Yeah, this you should know, no matter what. Then I have started a project, right? So inquiry management app. So that we have completed by using whatever the topics we have completed. So that whole application we have completed from scratch to the complete feature implementation. Now I'm going to take some advanced concept which we use sometimes which we don't use, but these are very important for your interview purpose, right? Whenever you talk about Angular, React.js, Vue.js, .NET, Java, there are some concepts which are only very much important just to clear the interviews, right? While working, we hardly might be using those, but yeah, for interview, you have to be aware of that, right? Now, so two things we are going to say, useRef hook and the react.memo. Okay, what does these two things happen? Useref is a hook, react.memo allows you to remember those props, okay? So let's see that now. Again, before moving ahead, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. In video description, we'll be finding a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that also. Now, so the same project I'm following. So what I have done, I have created a component useRef and I created a route also. Now, what do we mean by useRef? So we want by using the useRef hook, it allows us to get the DOM access of that particular element. Okay, a very basic example we will take, like let's say let me create a row dot call for. Here I have a text box. Let's add class name, form hyphen control, and some placeholder, enter name. After this, let's say call to, and I need a button. Sorry, class name, btn, success. Okay, and here we will say key read text. So what I have a text box and I have a button. On click of it, I just need to read the text box value. And let's say I want to show it into the alert box. So the first guess will be like what you will do. You will create a state and bind it over here on the text box value change. You will update the value of the state. But the problem with that is whenever your text box value get changed, your component will re-render because whenever a state value get changed, your component will re-render. So there is unnecessary re-render. What you need on the button click, you need the text box value. You don't need on every text box value input key value change. Once user clicks on the button, then only you need the text box value. So for that, we can make use of the useRef hook. So constant text reference element is equal to useRef hook. Okay, I'm initializing with by default null. Now, what type of data you are going to store? So you can HTML. It's a HTML input element. Input element. Okay. Now, this is what you have created a useRef hook. Now, this reference, you will assign it over here to this text box by using ref equal to this. Okay. So you created a useRef hook. You stored it into a variable and that variable, you are assigning it over here and a reference. Now, on click of this button, on click, read text. Let's create this function. Okay. Now here, constant text value is equal to your constant, the instance of useref dot current dot question mark dot value. And we will display it into the alert box. Text value is, and then whatever the value you have it over here. Okay, let's check it now. So this is a text box. Let's say I'm adding a name as like Angular. Now on click of read text, you can see Angular is getting over here. I think we missed the space. Let's add a space hyphen. Now if I add React on click of read text, see. So whatever user has entered into the text box, I'm able to read that value by using the reference of it. It's like you are getting the DOM element and from that you are extracting the value, dot value. So document.get element by ID, whatever you used to get with document.get element by ID. So useRef allows you to do the same thing. It is allowing you to get the access of that particular element. Okay. So this is the purpose of useRef, right? So now let's say you're working on a small form, and on the button click only you need the object of it. So what you will do, you will, let's say you have login name, use email ID and the password. It's a some login, small login form. So you will create two reference, you will bind it over here. On click of it, you will read the value and you create an object and you pass it. You don't need to create the state every time. The problem with state is whenever your state value get changed, your component get re-render, all your function get what do we call it, reinitialize, right? So that's a very huge processing. It happened behind the scene. That's why useRef comes in very handy. Okay. So this is about the useRef. If you are an Angular developer, consider useRef as a view child. You are familiar with the view child. What does view child does? Useref is nothing but that. There we have something native element. Here we have current. Okay. Now, second, we have this alert box. Okay. Now in the same component, I will use alert box also. Let's say after this, I will render my alert box. If you check the alert box reusable component, we have three props it is expecting: title, message, and the class name. Let's pass it. Alert class name. Let's say a class name I'm passing as alert hyphen danger. Then alert message. This is error message, and title also. Let's pass the title to alert title is equal to error. Fine. Let's save it. Now, if you can see over here, your alert component is getting rendered properly with whatever the information you pass, it is rendering perfectly. Now, see the difference in the alert component. Whenever my component get initialized, so I will add a console.log over here. So that I can show you when your component get reinitialized. So here I will simply write alert component executed. Fine. Now let's save it. Let's open console. Reload. So here you can see on the page load, your component is getting executed. That is perfectly fine because you are rendering into useRef. So whenever your component executed, this is executing. Now in my parent component, I will create a state. Constant course name set course name is equal to useState, and you will initialize with, let's say, Angular value. So I have created a state, right? Now what I will have two buttons. Button change course. Here, let's add some class. TN, SMBTN warning. Just like this, one more button I will need. And here, in alert box, currently we are passing alert title as a hard code. Let's say I will create one more state. So instead of passing the hard code value, my alert title will come from the state. Alert title and set alert title. Fine. By default, here I'm setting as error. And this variable state, I will pass it over here instead of hard code value. Fine. Let's check it if one more time. Yeah, error is coming. Now here you can see what I did in the alert component, alert title value is coming from a state. Okay. Now here change title, second button. Let's say primary class. Now on click of this button, what you need to do, you need to change the alert title. So on click, change title. Let's create this function now. Fine. Now over here, what you need to do, you just need to change the title of it. So this method, and you will pass the new value. Let's say success. Okay, just alert title, I'm making it dynamic. Now see the difference. Reload. So your component got executed on the page load. That is perfectly fine. If I click on the change title, your state value is getting changed, and that state you are passing it over here. So on click of it, you can see new value is getting updated over here, and your component got reinitialized because obviously properties, your props got changed. So your component will reinitialize again. That is perfectly fine. Now on click of the other button, that is change course. Here on click, change course. On click of it, what I'm going to do, I want to change the course, other state value. So initially course value was Angular. Now I'm changing it to React. Let's print this value also somewhere so that you can see a value got printed. Here I will print it. Fine. Let's reload one more time. So on the page load, your alert component got executed. On click of change course, I'm changing the state, that is course name. Now that state has nothing to do with the alert box. So see now, if I click on change course, still your alert component is getting re-rendered again. There is no use, right? If I'm changing any state from my parent component and that state I'm not passing to my child component, why this component is getting re-rendered again? That's a performance issue, right? For now, this component doesn't have so much of code, so it's okay. But consider there are so much things are there in your component on the page load and so many things. So that is unnecessary. Your code is executing. So this component should render if there is a change in a props. If in the parent component, if any value get changed, any state value get changed, your component should not re-render, right? So we can avoid this by using react.memo. So I will wrap it up in react.memo. See the difference now. So remember when I was changing the course name, still my component was getting re-rendered. Now that won't happen. So react.memo allows you that it will remember the value. What was the new value? If the value didn't change, props didn't change, it won't re-render it. Now see. Reload. Now on the page load, your component got executed for the first time. That is perfectly fine. If I click on the change course, here alert error is there. If I click on it, wait, something is wrong. useRef component. Sorry, this was there. I was changing this. Okay, so on the page load, your alert component got executed. Now on click of it, instead of Angular, it will go with the reactjs. Reactjs change, but your component, alert component didn't execute again. Now if I click on change title, now on click of change title, you are changing a state which you are passing it over here. So your component obviously should re-render. See. So now from your parent component, if any of the state is getting changed, your child component is not re-rendering. Unless one of the state you are passing it to the child component, then only it will change. So React memo allows, or what we can say, it will avoid unnecessary re-render. If the props change, then only your child component will re-render. Got it? So two things I have discussed, useRef and the react.memo. Both are important interview question. Okay, make sure you explain it, because if you are a React.js intro, there will be so many of question around the rendering only. If intro likes, he will keep 15 minutes just to discuss the re-rendering. How many what means, what is re-render, how many times your component will re-render, what are the use effect, how to avoid that re-render. He can keep 15 minutes just to discuss on that. So consider how much it should be clear. Yeah, what are the ways, how are there that you can avoid unnecessary re-render? So useRef and react.memo are one of the things. Again, so many are there. We will see one by one. Okay. Again, if you have not followed from the beginning, so this is now advanced series have started. So first, if you are totally new, please do complete the basic series. Follow the tutorial every day. Means one by one episode is there. You will basic will get clear. Then only start this. Again, if you are following from the beginning, you might now understood key. Now we are slowly moving towards the advanced part. Little bit it will be becoming difficult because advanced, all the hooks and whatever are remaining now, though those are not very easy to understand. You will have to think properly. You should have in mind key how does React works. If that is clear, then only all these topics, whatever we are going to see, you will understand properly. Fine. So again, I'm repeating, if you are new, please do subscribe. In video description, we'll be finding a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that to connect with me. Thank you.